In Pine Bluff, Arkansas, a man with deep connections and dangerous knowledge met a sudden, suspicious end. Maurice Taggart, once a key figure in the city's urban development, became the epicenter of a storm. Was his death a simple tragedy, or was it the final act in a long-running conspiracy? Tonight, we unravel the layers of corruption, betrayal, and power plays that might have led to his demise. Maurice Taggart wasn't just another bureaucrat. As the executive director of the Urban Renewal Agency, he oversaw millions of dollars meant to revitalize Pine Bluff. But as the city's fortunes waned, so did his. Accused of misappropriating nearly $700,000, Taggart insisted he was set up by those who feared what he knew. Taggart's claims pointed to a network of power brokers and insiders. Bill Bridgeforth, the influential attorney; Chandra Griffin, his former protege and now head of the Urban Renewal Agency; Tommy May, the man behind the scenes at Go Forward Pine Bluff. Together, they wielded enormous influence, and Taggart was right in the middle. The allegations Taggart made could be the basis for some of the most serious charges in the legal system. Public funds funneled into private ventures, real estate deals manipulated for profit, a pattern of corruption that raises the question, could this be more than just local mismanagement? RICO laws were created to combat organized crime, targeting those who engage in a pattern of illegal activity as part of an enterprise. The scheme Taggart described fits the classic definition of a RICO case: multiple actors working together over a sustained period to defraud, extort, and manipulate the system. To build a RICO case, federal prosecutors need to prove a pattern of racketeering activity connected to an enterprise. In Pine Bluff, the Urban Renewal Agency, local banks, and private developers could form the backbone of such an enterprise. The fraudulent real estate transactions, misuse of public funds, and potential bribery suggest a coordinated effort to exploit the community for personal gain. With so many powerful figures implicated, the motive to silence Maurice Taggart becomes clearer. His knowledge was a threat. Local politicians who had everything to lose. Businessmen whose fortunes were tied to these corrupt deals. Even members of law enforcement, compromised by their connections to these enterprises. Was Maurice Taggart's death a direct result of what he knew? Did he become too dangerous to those in power? Theories abound. Some say he was about to expose the entire operation. Others suggest he became a scapegoat, sacrificed to protect the larger enterprise. What is clear is that his death leaves many unanswered questions and the lingering possibility of a cover-up. If a RICO case were brought forward, the consequences would be severe. The individuals involved could face decades in prison. Fines could run into the millions, and the assets of those convicted would be seized. For a town like Pine Bluff, this would mean a reckoning like no other. The very fabric of the community could be torn apart as the truth is laid bare. Maurice Taggart's story is one of power, corruption, and a man who may have known too much. His death remains shrouded in mystery, but the evidence he left behind demands scrutiny. As federal investigators continue to examine Pine Bluff's political landscape, the truth may finally come to light. But the question remains, will those responsible ever be held accountable? This is a story that demands attention. If you believe in justice,